Alright guys, this is me coming I'm coming in real life here. This was just so important of a video. I thought I had to show my face for this. It was just so important. I thought it'd be funny. I think for this channel as well, just doing face cam, it makes things a lot easier. What your Mario Kart main says about you. Now, I don't specifically have a main. Honestly, I don't like have one character I always play as, but I've had my phases, so I think like I have enough to say about some of these. Either a noob or a sweat. It's okay, instantly it's like you're either like really good or really bad. I don't think like that's not really a specific thing, I guess. But yeah, sure. Plays standard Kart unironically. And competes in Mogi Lounge. I don't know what Mogi Lounge is, I'm gonna be honest. But basically they're saying if you play as Mario, you're basic. You're too basic, okay? I gotta agree with that. Who plays as Mario? You cringe if you play as Mario, honestly. Okay. Tells everyone Luigi is better than Mario. That is so facts. That is so... Anyone who likes Luigi has to let you know how much better he is than Mario. That's just how it is. That's just like an average Luigi enjoyer though. But I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Artist / collector. I don't, like, what is that based on? What is that actually based on though? I'm not even sure, I'm gonna be honest. Mostly plays Knockout Tour. Maybe this person was seeing a lot of Luigi's. I don't know what that says about you as well. Does that really say much about you? You like to play Knockout Tour? What does that say about you? That says nothing. That says you enjoy this one game mode. You're an artist and collector and you like Knockout Tour. That's your personality if you play as Luigi. That's all you have. That's it. You have nothing else to like give to the world. You only have these 3 points. That's it. Luckily, I don't play as Luigi. This is a character. I played as Peach quite a bit at the start. Peach has some cool outfits, so I was like, yeah, we're gonna play as Peach. Obsessed with the Mario girls. You've got me. You might have got me on that one. Okay. I was pretty obsessed with the Mario girl. I think if you go back to some of my older videos, it's just me simping for like the Mario girls, so yeah, you're right with that one, you got it. Picks cards off looks and not stats. I'm not that person. So you got one out of 2. I'm just not that person. Okay, has Nintendo influenced social media? Is that are you asking me a question? Like what? Am I reading this? Has Nintendo influenced? What do you mean by that? What does this statement mean? I gotta assume this person means has Nintendo influences on social media, right? That's what they're saying. If so, I mean, if you count YouTube as social media, then yeah. I watch Nintendo content on YouTube, so yeah. But if you're talking like, I don't know, like anything else, no. Not at all. So you're wrong. You're objectively wrong, and I'm gonna dislike the video now. Daisy. Daisy's good. Goes to war over Daisy. That is so spot on. Everyone who loves Daisy, like, will not shut up about it. I would know. I'm one of them. I'm one of those people. But yeah, that's very true. Goes for dash food. I mean, why wouldn't you? If you have space for it, why wouldn't you, you know? I mean, are you just basically saying Daisy is base then? She goes for dash food? Mostly in free roam. Nah. No. That ain't me. I ain't about that life. Okay, Bowser. Plays very casually. I don't know what that's based on. Is it because he's doing like a little jig? I think that's where it's coming from. Who's doing that? Thinks Bowser is hot. Hold up, where is that coming from? Really? Is that why people pick Bowser? Because he's sexy? I've never heard that opinion. I've never heard it. This person must have like one like wild friend who like simps over Bowser. That's what I'm thinking. Hardcore PC gamer. I don't know where these are coming from, these assumptions. I'm kind of curious where these assumptions are coming from. It's funny. What the fuck? Has a 9-to-5 job. What? What are you talking about? I don't... This is one specifically. Like, where does this come from? Has a 9-to-5 job? I can't imagine someone having a 9-to-5 job, coming back after a long shift. They're so tired and they're like, this is my boy right here. This dude is my dude. This represents all us freaking white collar workers. Come on. This is our dude. This is our man right here. No. I've never... maybe. I don't have a 9-to-5 job, so maybe that's the case. Tell me what you think, 9-to-5 workers. Is this your dude? Is this the man who represents you? Nobody knows what they're thinking. What is... Okay, yeah. That's... No one knows what 9-to-5 workers are thinking. I'm thinking they're suicidal. I'm thinking they're thinking suicidal things, but... Maybe they're not. Maybe... I don't know. I don't know what's going on in that head right there. Okay, doesn't collect coins. I don't know what this type of player is. I haven't come across... I don't come across many Koopa Troopers, so maybe everyone's just unemployed, I think. I think if you're playing Mario Kart, yeah, there's a good chance. There's a real good chance of that, so... Okay, what are you saying about my boy Toad? What are you saying about him? Somehow evades getting hit. Yeah, Toad, he's a small dude, I can see that. Gets pinged constantly on Discord. What even, like, what does that say about someone? What is that? I don't know what that means, really. Gets pinged a lot on Discord. Toad is popular on Discord. Toad is a... I don't know. She's a popular man on Discord. Okay. Always stealing someone's item. That's false. That's not true. Do not listen to this person. They are wrong. Toad would never do that. Look at his face. How could you say that? Look at that innocent face. I don't believe that this person has met enough Toads to say that. So I don't trust this at all. I don't even believe Toad gets pinged on Discord. Because they're making up shit. They're just making things up. There's just no way. I'm starting to think Toad might even get hit. I'm thinking that now. Fuck. I don't trust this person. You got a lot of proving yourself. You gotta prove yourself a little bit here. Okay. Still thinks it's Mario Kart 8. That's fair. Yeah, if you're playing Yoshi, then yeah. Blames everyone but themselves? Mastered item bagging. So this person is saying if you're playing Yoshi, it's because you play a lot of Mario Kart 8 and you're a sweat basically. But at the same time, if you're a sweat, you wouldn't play as Yoshi because you know he's not the best character anymore. I don't know, maybe this is just a really stupid sweat, you know? He hasn't figured out the meta has changed between games. I don't know. If you play Yoshi, you're a sweat, but you're stupid as hell. I think that's what they're getting at here. I agree as well. I'm not gonna deny those claims. I think it's all true. Spams item as soon as they get it. Always in time trials. What are the... Okay. Most likely in Wasp Warrior. Wasp? I thought it was B Mario. Anyway, I don't know what any of this means, so... I got nothing to say. Okay. Always asking for Nintendo Direct. They're begging. Bought Switch 2 knowing they're broke. Oh shit! Laughs at anything. Oh shit! This person hates Waluigi. God damn. This person thinks if you play as Waluigi, you're greedy, you're begging for stuff, you're entitled. That's the first point. They look at you that and they're like, you're that for sure. They know they're calling you broke, they're calling you poor, and saying you can't handle your money well, and that's probably why you're broke, and that's probably why you're playing as Waluigi as well. And you have no standards. They're saying all three of these things. None of those are nice. They have nothing nice to say about Waluigi. That's cruel. That's really cruel. That's fucked up, actually. Waluigi, are you saying this about Vampire as well? That's where I draw the line. If you say that about Vampire, you fucked up. You can't be doing that. Vampire, you're not broke. Well, maybe you're broke. But are you desperate and entitled asking for Nintendo Directs? No. Not as Vampire, you couldn't. Laughs at anything. That's just wrong. This person's wrong for that. They're wrong. So wrong. Okay. Either musty or smells fantastic. I don't get these ones where it's like either like one end of the spectrum or the other. That doesn't say anything. There's nothing that is said there. That's either here or here. I guess it's saying no in between, but it's like, how am I gonna spot a Rosalina player if they, like, there's two things, there's too many things there. It's not specific enough. No, I figured it out. I think I know what they're saying here. I think I figured it out. They're saying, if you're a boy and you play as Rosalina, you smell like shit. You smell like shit because you're a dude simping over Rosalina. But if you're a girl and you play as Rosalina, you probably smell amazing. Okay, I think I've cracked the code on this one. Always top 3 in races. No, I played as Rosalina a little bit. That is not true. I can guarantee you that's not true. Retweets not safe for work shamelessly. I mean, I can understand why you would say that. Now let's move on. I don't have Twitter, but if I did, I wouldn't do that. I totally wouldn't do that. That's just not, I'm not that person. You can tell I'm not this person. Cause wait. Oh. No, I never finished top 3 in online races. So you can tell I'm not this person. This person is okay. This person's bad. If you play as Pauline, you're bad. But it's a calm bad. Ooh, okay, you know. That's actually a really valuable thing. Like, if you're bad at games and you never get mad, that's really like, I applaud you for that. That's a really good constraint, I guess. That's yeah. We'll listen to you vent. Yeah. Birdo is that girl to do that. For sure. Hates rails? Maybe. Probably gay. This is interesting. I don't know if I agree with this one. I don't think Birdo's gay. Like, okay, I'm gonna assume Yoshi's a dude, Birdo's a girl. I don't really know. I'm just gonna assume these fictional characters' genders. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it. I think they're together. Like, come on, you know, Yoshi's nose, Birdo's mouth. I bet they definitely have matching personalities, that's for sure. Yeah, that's why I don't think she's gay. But oh, this is if you play as Birdo. I fucked up. So if you play as Birdo, I kept assuming it as the character. I'm sorry. Okay, if you play as Birdo, you're probably gay. I mean, I'm not gay, but Bowser's kind of hot. Am I right? Bowser's kind of hot. Always pulls triple shells. If that is true, maybe I need to start playing as King Boo. I didn't know about this. Plays with Joy-Cons. That says nothing about you. What does that say about you as a person? Wait, hold up. Menace to society. Hates everyone. Will smosh you randomly with... This person hates frickin' Shy Guy. This person saw a Shy Guy and was like, you are the scum of the earth, Shy Guy. I respect it. I do respect it. You can do this. You can call someone out like this. It's pretty... I like to think this person got run over by like a mega mushroom by a Shy Guy and was like, this person probably hates everyone in their life, you know? This person is probably a menace to society. This person is probably worthless, you know? I can see that happen. That was definitely what happened. Personally, I think, you know, Swoop might be a little worse, but I don't know. Sure. Coping with no Funky Kong. Yeah, I like it. Prefers physical copies over digital. Now, where is this coming from? I don't know what assumption, I don't know where that's come from. I feel like this one was determined by AI. This person typed it, like, what does Donkey Kong being your main in Mario Kart world say about you? And then at the end they're like, just give me just random facts. It doesn't actually have to relate to Donkey Kong. And then this is what came out. I think none of... Discord status always online. What? What is this Discord, like, thing? Your character tells you, like, if you have Discord, then... I don't know. It's weird. It's weird stuff, in my opinion, but... Okay. Cares too much about stats. No. If you're a baby, you are stupid. You're stupid. You don't care about stats if you're a baby. Only picks random maps. That should be most characters. Well, that should be most characters before the update, but... I don't know. Baby Rosalina? Maybe. Maybe she does that. Okay, wants friends. On Miiverse or just friends? Just wants friends. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Anyone who... Except for me. I have so many friends. There's too many. I don't want any more. But for other people who play as Baby Rosalina, yeah, they're desperate and lonely. They're terrible people as well. Not me though. The other baby, yeah. What is SML? That's a typo, right? That's a typo. This is ooh, is SML actually a thing? Oh shit, it's a thing. Super Mario Logan? I thought it was a typo. I thought it was SNL. What is this about? Okay, because they're a little baby. They like it. Yeah, that's fair. Horrible item luck. Okay, I'll never play as this. I'll take your word for it. Watches gameplay more than actually playing. Whoa. So Bowser Jr. is an iPad kid. I know exactly where these takes are coming from. I will accept. I don't know the horrible item lock thing, but I'm gonna trust your word on it. He sucks. He's a terrible. Oh, I play as Toadette constantly. I play as Toadette. This is my new main. Toadette ice cream, new main. Alright. Loves hair physics. Do you say that maybe because Toadette's hair has physics? Does that... Dude! Oh! Did you see that game where the hair moved? Oh man! I was just like, man, this is game of the year. How could this not be game of the year? Their hair was moving when they moved. Cinema! Absolute cinema when hair physics be physicking. Does time trial... This is true! This is true. This is so true. Does time trial tech online. Yeah? Like, if I learn how to do it, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Plays Double Dash once in a while. Oh! Once in a while! Now that actually might be true. I was gonna be like, I don't really, like, I like the game, but I don't play it that much. But yeah, once in a while, maybe. I don't think I've played it recently. I think I only play it to get footage though. But I like it. It's a good game. You're not gonna say loves ice cream? Loves ice cream, hair physics? That's what they should have said. Big missed opportunity there. Huge missed opportunity. That's cruel to say that. Is this true? I don't play as Lakitu. And I don't watch anime that much. I think I've seen maybe like 2 animes the whole way through. Actually, that's a lie. I've not seen anime the whole way through at all. But I've seen some anime movies. But no, I don't play as Lakitu. I can't state on this. This isn't my area of expertise. Underdog though. So you're saying people who watch too much anime are underrated? Probably a STEM major. Is that why they're the underdogs? Because what is STEM again? Is STEM science? It's science, yeah. It's like smart people shit. I can't vouch for this. I don't know who this person is. I'm definitely not close to this person. That's for sure. I'll start playing as Lakitu when I can tick off all these requirements, you know? Not now. I'm not ready for it yet. Okay, someone's little brother. Where did you pick that from? Why did you say that? That's creepy how accurate it is. Why did you say that? Eats too close to gaming accessories. Like they're a little shit. They're basically a little shit. Always has headphones on, cause that's not me. I'm not that. I'm not Baby Mario. So you saw me take them off. They're an iPad kid. If Baby Luigi is the exact same as this though. Whoa, they're being kind to this dude. Has a funny laugh. It's because he looks like a little goober. I can see that. Has some high priority role in real life. There is no way. There's no way. I refuse to believe that. There's no one who has like a high priority role. Like, there's no one who is important that plays as Baby Luigi. I just don't accept that. I don't accept that as a truth. It's just so false. Still goes back to Mario Kart Wii. Why? Why would this person do this? This person is important and they play Mario Kart Wii. Impossible. Impossible. Not true. That's where they fucked up. They fucked up in saying that. Okay, overly positive. I feel like this person doesn't even like play with people. They're just like, this character kind of looks positive. Yeah, you're positive then. I guess you're positive. Likes Peach and Daisy equally. That's a weird thing to say, because it's not true. Blindly supports every Nintendo decision. I guess so if they're overly positive, and they're about equality between women. Yeah? This all checks out, honestly. I like this. This is so true. They like everything. They're very positive. We need more people like Baby Peach in the world. I, for one, hated that Baby Peach was in the game. Because I don't like playing as her. That's why I'm cynical, but if we all started playing as Baby Peach, I think we'd all start to be a little more positive in life. That's definitely true. Always loses their lead on the last lap. I played as Baby Daisy a little bit, and I can say this has happened to me before. Oh wait, Boo's favorite target. So basically this person is saying, like me, I'm this person. This person is insanely good at Mario Kart. But the only reason they lose is because of, like, unluckiness. This is very true. This is such a this person is on a roll with these. Only plays at night. That's sort of true. Sorta, I guess. Oh, this. Okay. If I gotta say, before I read this, if you play as Nabbit, you're like all the terrible things this person has said. Just all of them. I don't know. Never runs out of red shells. Yes. That's true. Hard to make angry. That could be true. Because they're just such a piece of shit. And they're such a little shit. They're always like making you angry. But they're never angry. Yeah. Rarely wins. This person has been spot on 3 times in a row. Nabbit is a little shit. And they know it. And they're bad at the game as well. That is so facts. This person is spitting. How many in a row? How many in a row are we gonna get? Goomba. Okay. Would draw a peen in a stall. I don't know what that means. I feel like I'm out of the loop on something here. Would draw a penis. Would draw a penis in like a bathroom stall. Is that what they're saying here? Why did you have to say peen? You're not even saying it out loud as text. There's no way like you get fucked up for saying penis. I will, but I'm not monetized, so it's all good. Fascinated by everything. Gooma's a curious little dude. He'll just draw penises wherever he wants. Uses the F word too much. That is me. That is me. I have an excuse though. I have a really good I'm not Goomba. That's not my excuse. I have a better excuse. I'm Australian. I'm Australian. It's more scary if you don't use a swear word in each sentence. That's when you get sent to like therapy. When you start using, when you're only using like one swear word every like couple of sentences, that's when they start to ring the fucking alarm bells. I had to throw that in there. But yeah, it's a real phenomenon. It's fucking real, cat. It's fucking real. Yeah. Okay. Has ADHD. Okay. When this person says this, and I look at that face, I'm like, yeah, that Spike has ADHD. I don't know if a person picking Spike has ADHD. Oh, actually likes intermission tracks. Now that's a little slanderous right there, to say that about someone. Has ADHD, attention deficit disorder. Is that what it is? No, that's something else. I don't know, isn't ADHD where you like can't stay focused for that long? But you know what they like? They love the parts of the tracks where there's nothing going on. Oh, that gets them going. That gets the ADHD people going. A straight line? Whoo! They don't even need Subway Surfers on the side of that. That's just so entertaining in itself. This person fucked up. You just contradicted yourself in 2 lines. Picky about their sticker equipped. I feel like that is a symptom of ADHD. I'm not entirely sure if it is. But I feel like, you know, they contradicted themselves and then they're like, oh shit. ADHD symptom. You almost fooled us. What do we got here? Has the most outrageous memes. I gotta assume that's purely because the look on this motherfucker's face. That is a grin where he's about to show you the most heinous shit you've ever seen. He's about to show you a dead body, for sure, and call it a meme. Yeah, I see it. Hates metas. Okay. I don't know, maybe. Probably regrets buying the game. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what that... Maybe? Okay. There are too many Dry Bones fans in the world. Let's see what this person says. I see too much Dry Bones love, so... I'm actually really curious on this one. Only likes him because you played DS or Wii. That is nailing... That is hitting the nail right on the head right there. That's spot on. That's like... No one actually likes this character. I'm convinced. No one cares. This is Koopa Troopa, but without any, like, skin, basically. No one likes this character. It's nostalgia. It's all nostalgia. I think if you introduce this character in this day and age, people would be like, what the fuck is this? This is bullshit. Only likes 3-lap tracks. Ooh! So Dry Bones players are reasonable people. That's what I'm learning. Yeah, I respect it. I respect this outcome. Plays battle mode. See, I knew a Wiggler driver. Definitely was not playing battle mode. Also, I became a Wiggler driver quite a bit. I kind of fucked with Wiggler, so this is wrong. We got a fact check here. This is actually completely wrong. Don't worry, I will fact check everything throughout this video, and you can trust me on that. Blind to surroundings, that's wrong. That's wrong. I saw that red shell coming. The game stopped working. It was bullshit. Okay, it was bullshit. Back spams are, oh, that is so factual. I love ruining people's day in Mario Kart. One of the greatest feelings in Mario Kart is destroying someone, especially if they're swoop. I would get much more joy coming like 12th and being able to backspam someone than just coming first and not being able to backspam. That just seems like a miserable existence, honestly. Okay. Can't commit to one character. Yeah, I think that could be true because this character's so forgettable and boring that you try this character out first and you can't commit to him. So you go to another one. Maybe you find another one straight away. You probably go to Toadette because she's so goated. But yeah, I guess this is somewhat true. On a technicality, it's true. Okay, struggling to 3-star World Cups. I don't know, I'm gonna stay out of this one. It's not my place. Okay, this person's a terrible, they're a tryhard who's terrible at games. Lesson learned, do not play as this character, otherwise you will become a tryhard that sucks at games. And you can't commit. You have commitment issues if you play as this dude as well. Never play as this character! You get a huge amount of issues coming your way. Don't play as this dude. Alright, Crab. I've never seen anyone play as Crab. If you play as Crab, I think you're lying. Because no one plays as Crab. Alright, takes dash food, knowing they get no costume. That's funny. Yeah, sure. If you get hit, it was probably by this guy. I haven't seen this guy, personally. I personally haven't seen this guy, and I've definitely been hit before, so no. Clips everything. Okay, what do they mean by clips? Are they meaning like hidden into the wall? Or is this dude, is this person clipping, making clips? YouTube Shorts, TikTok, what are they doing? What type of clips are we talking about here? And I purely think this person made everything up here. Because sidestep, it just doesn't exist in the real world. They exist in Mario Kart World, but purely as like a... Yeah, you could, but you won't. That's why they're there. They're not there, really. Okay, fish. You can play as a fish? This is true. This is a thought. This says a lot about someone as a person, you know? This is really telling of a person deep down. When someone says this to you, you are good mates at that point. It really says so much about you in only a few words. It's really an effective way to get to know someone better. Listens to Mario Kart music outside of the game. Is this true? Is this true, cheap enjoyers of the world? Yeah, I could see that being true. If they added it on the fucking app, they added on the Nintendo Music app, which they don't add shit. They add jack shit to that app. Defends game's price. Oh, shit. Cheap. You wouldn't do that, would you? He's like, you got me. You got me. Personally, like, defending the price is like a stupid thing to do because I just don't get the conversation around price. Like, I can get it for informing some people who are maybe misinformed, but like in terms of talking on behalf of other people, like it's an individual criteria whether the price is good or not. It's not like you can say it's definitively good or not. You can attribute the value you think a game has, but you can't really tell someone it's not worth it, because like everyone has different income, everyone has different scenarios. It's just It's a worthless conversation, I think. I'm sick of it. That was my little rant. Thank you, Birdo, for listening. Thank you, Birdo, you're a good friend. Likes Mario spin-offs. I don't have any comment. I simply don't. Okay, has a cat or a dog. Yeah, that's true. Only plays for short periods. That's true. That is true. By the way, I don't play as this character. I'm just assuming this is true. Just based on, like, vibes, you know? I don't know about that. I have a theory. I have a theory on this, Kamek Orb situation. Everyone has that one character where they're like, God damn, I just can't fucking unlock this. Kamek will never come up on this course. It is impossible to get this character. I think the game somehow is just designed like that. There's some way, because this happens in online as well, and I gotta assume everyone in that lobby isn't thinking the same thing. But for me, it was Peeper. Peeper took me 160 hours to unlock. I unlocked like most characters at least at like the 80 hour mark. It took me another 80 hours to unlock him. But this, I didn't play offline race. That's cheating. That's cheating if you do that. I didn't play offline races. So this was in online, trying to get this character. It took me ages. And I gotta assume there's some advanced AI type shit going on here. I think this is where most of the investment of the game probably went to. Was restricting you from unlocking that last fucking character. I don't think this isn't a Cataquack specific thing. This is just how the game, this is fundamentally how the game was designed. We'll main someone else by next week. You're not loyal. If you play as Cataquack, you have loyalty issues, buddy. You're just not loyal. Rants about game flaws. Huh. Maybe. I think you can't say this about Cataquack players specifically. I just don't think there's a character where this is tied to. And like, if there is, it's definitely not Cataquack. That's for sure. Life of the party. Life of the party, I don't know. Mrs. Shine Thief. I don't get that association. That makes zero sense. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're completely off there. There's no association. Always front running. Completely wrong. Don't listen to that. Okay. Randomly unlocked this dude and you're hooked. That is so telling of who you are. I don't even know what this comment means really. Takes medication? That's a weird thing to say. You can look at a motherfucker with a freaking drain hat on their head and you're like, this person is sick in the head. They're either sick physically or they're sick in the head. I disagree with you. How can someone who loves animals take medication? Think about that. Think about that before you write some nonsense down. I'm getting heated. I'm getting heated now. Oh! This is the worst person. If you are Swoop, you're the worst person. You're terrible at the game. You're a terrible human being. No one loves you. You should... I won't say that. But, you know... You also smell like... You smell bad. You smell bad. Whether you're a boy or a girl, you smell bad if you play Swoop. Introvert. Don't slander my people like that. Come on. I mean, it's probably true. I like how you're saying about that. But yeah, this is probably true. They're a weird introvert. I'm a cool introvert. They're the weird introvert. I think they forgot that part, but I know what they're trying to get at. Hates competition. Yeah, that sums up Swoop. Swoop hates competition because if there was 0 races, they would come first. But if there's 23 other races, you better fucking believe they're coming 24th. This is very true. Changes Kart. Yeah, that's true. They think, oh, it's because I'm in the wrong car. That's why I'm losing. It's because nobody loves you, Swoop. Nobody loves you if you play as Swoop. Now, if you want people to love you, I got one simple thing. Don't improve yourself. Has nothing to do with it. Play as someone like Daisy or Play as someone like Toadette. That's what you do. Don't play as Swoop though. That's how you make some big changes in your life. You don't change your cart. You change your character. That's where you go. That's where you fucked up. Don't change your cart, change your character. We got a good old... This is a Swoop. This is a Swoop. Whoever's revving their engine right now. Okay, Dolphin. What do we got here? Stylish? Why would you say that? You think someone who plays as Dolphin has style? You don't think they're a frickin' neckbeard? You don't think they're a Discord moderator? There's something messed up in your head if you don't think that. Alright, uses meme vehicles. That is, you're describing, except for this part, you're describing a Discord moderator. Future, that, I almost like was like, holy shit. Have they hit it? Have they hit it spot on? Just imagine this as moderator. This doesn't say modder. Oh, okay. We got a classic here. Let's see. I want to see what... This is really interesting to see what they're going to say on this one. Okay, still shocked from direct. Yeah. Always honks horn. You gotta do that if you're the cow. You do a little wave if you do it as well. It's so cute. It's actually way cuter if Toadette does it though. When Toadette does it, when another Toadette comes up to me and waves at me, I always wave back. Honestly, if a cow did it, I would definitely wave back. Does random car jumps. That's so hilarious. That's kind of funny. I had a friend who did that when the game first came out. Just car jumping around. Which, to be fair, like, I was doing that quite a bit at the start as well. I never realized what was good or bad until I watched the video, really. Okay. Still acts like a kid. I like this. I like this about the bee. I was thinking pretty terrible things about this bee. But but still acts like a kid can be a good thing though. In what I see of this bee, it's not a good thing, but it can be a good thing. Being youthful is a good thing. Acting like a kid has a kind of negative connotation, I would say. Very friendly. I don't know where that came from. Hates losing VR. So they're a very friendly person that hates. This is where I don't, like, I trust this person in a few things, but I can't trust any Sting Bee opinions from this person. You're contradicting yourself. You're saying, oh, this person's so friendly, but they hate? Hate is a strong word. But they're friendly. They're a friendly kid, okay? But they hate shit. You fucked up. Oh, shit. Okay. On the spectrum. This person is on the spectrum. Okay. Whoa, everyone loves you? Dude, this is why it took me so long to unlock this. It's all coming together now. Sucks at chaining items. I like the ones that focus on the game, because it says nothing about you. It really doesn't say anything about you as a person. But the first two I like. The first two are good ones. The third one's I don't have anything to say about these. Would rather use me. Would rather use Mimi. Why does it say Mimi? Oh, I'm losing my brain. Mimi! That's not even a funny word. It's funny though. Look at that face. That's a face where you can tell. You can tell that person wants to... They're not comfortable in their body. They really want to transition to a Mimi. Always pulling the coin shell. Mate, you know that's true. Toads always pull mushrooms. Koopa Troopers always pull turtle shells. This is just... It's a fun fact people don't know, but it's so true. It's so true. Okay, this penguin is not on Reddit. You cannot look at that. There's too much innocence on that face. You can't say that. You can't be saying that. You can't just go around saying shit like that. This person is not on Reddit. Okay, drives like an NPC. Yeah, he's too innocent. He's too adorable. You're allowed to be bad at the game if you choose the penguin, I think. Just learn how to, how could you say, like, this person, everything here contradicts what, like, it could say about you. This person has, maybe this, if you play as penguin, you have, multiple personality disorder. That's the best theory I have. I couldn't tell you otherwise why someone would say this. I like this. I like this first one because if you like playing as Charge and Chuck, you've made so many terrible life decisions. This is just one of them. This just adds to the list. But yeah, if you coping with no Koopalings and you go for this, you're like, that supports my theory. You've already made too many terrible life decisions. You like the Koopalings. That's something you can't really be saying that. Like, it's just not a valid opinion. That's a terrible life decision right there. Always bumping into others. Yeah. Because they think they're big. They think they can do that. But really, that was a terrible decision, you know? It was a bad idea, because fuck you. And leaves controllers anywhere. This is it! I trust their Charge and Chuck opinions for sure. They know someone in their life who has just fucked them over at every chance possible. And then they saw them choose this character, and they're like, nah, fuck you, I'm putting you in this fucking video, I'm exposing you, bitch. Kudos to you. I think this was... You had to do it. Someone had to say it. Watches too much Shortcat. This could be true. I'm not too sure. Aspiring comp player. Is Para Bitterbuddy a good character? I have not seen the sentiment anywhere. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't. I've seen a few Shortcat videos and I haven't even seen this sentiment in his videos. Either a demon or a sweetheart. You just can't say that. You can't say, this is definitively, if you're this character, this is what it says about you. You can't say two ends of the opposite thing. I'm genuinely, I'm getting turned by this. Will target you if you hit them. How are they gonna target me? If they're already at the back of the pack. See you later, Snowman, you're trash. This is not true. They want to target you. But they're too bad. They're too bad. Hold iron past finish line. That's true. They're waiting. They are freaking still plotting your death. And they will find you. Even after the race finishes. Alright, this person is always in first for some reason. I feel like that was said like... Just like maliciously. They were like, what? This person is terrible. How are they in first? Slows down if they see a blue shell. Would Fishbones do that? I don't know if Fishbones would do that. On what basis? Shut up. Studied shock dodge timings. So they would slow down. Yeah, I like how those two link up. The first two do not link up. Is always in first, but when a blue shell comes, they're not in first. You've been done. You've been done, KrazyBro. Think about this again and come back to me a week later. You're just done. You're so done. Okay, Pokey. Probably high. That's insane thing to say. That is insane thing to say. Why would you say that? I don't get it. I don't get it, but I want to understand why this was said. Is someone in your life like a stoner, and I don't see it. I don't see it. Knows how to drive on water sections. I like this is a good juxtaposition. Yes, it's very stoic of this Pokey here, and it really contrasts the nature of desert v water, am I right? Chases you in the online lobby waiting. I don't know about that one, Chief. Is this the last one? Have we got one more? This is it! Oh shit. Wait, what was said? What was said? What was said there? I went to the next video, it just auto-played. Nobody is using Conk-Door. I know a Conk-Door player. You calling him a nobody? You calling my friend a nobody? This is beef. This is beef right here. I don't like Conk-Door. I bully him for using Conk-Door. But you calling my friend a nobody? I want to take this. I'm gonna take this. Only I can say that. But yeah, why is this character high? Okay, this was a cool video. We take the like back. I was joking before. This was fun. Yeah, this person obviously, they're so wrong. They're absolutely wrong, but I don't need to create a video to, like, I don't need to create another version of this video. It's being created right now. This is the video. So if you ever were looking at this video beforehand and you thought some of these were wrong or you needed some further elaboration, I hope this helps. I really do, because everything I said was true. Can we get some theories though? Why are you high if you play as this person? I need to, like, is there like some like scientists who can study like people who get high and then show them an image of this person, of this little dude, and be like, what do you feel when you see this character? Can we get some studies? Do we know any STEM students? Can we get some like scientific studies going for this? I think this is what the Mario Kart community needs to, we need to stop worrying about the price. We need to stop worrying about the intermissions. We need to stop worrying about how much Nintendo is fucking up the game. We need this. We need this. This is what will unite the world. A good old-fashioned study. So I'm gonna go get high and I'll come back to you guys. I'll come back to you guys with an answer on this one.